Hello, and well, it's good morning at me. Next thing we're gonna do on the to-do list for the SL class is the door cover hinge for the compartment. Octo, as usual. So we have the new hinge here. It's great. I'm really looking forward to this one because mine is crooked, it doesn't stay up, it's broke, so we will exchange this one. What I noticed is it doesn't come with the springs here and here, so either you take the springs off of your existing ones, hopefully you didn't lose them, or if not, you can install it without it, but be sure that, you know, when you open then the compartment up, it's gonna either stay up or fall down. So the springs are kind of important. I'll show you the location of them, I'll show you how to transfer them. Hopefully I didn't yet do this in the past, so let's see. I'll be using the same video for the deinstallation of the door panel as I did for the speaker. I announced that in the intro. So, of course, I removed both of the doors at the same time, but you know, having one window is easier than two different. So let's go get the doors, which are behind me. Okay guys, so today we are doing two things. We are doing the right and the left side of the door. On the right side door, we will exchange the speaker cover. On the left side door, we will exchange the hinge of the compartment because it's broken and it's dilated from the door itself. So I will go step by step in how to remove the door panel, and from that we move to the shop where we will install the speaker cover and on the left door, but I will use the same video for the right one, for the hinge of the compartment. So let's go for those few steps now. First is remove the cover of the lock. It's a cross screwdriver. Okay, that's removed. The next step is 3 screws here. Same cross. Be careful because when you remove the last one it will fall off. So let's do that. Okay, that's off. We now move to this part. We have to take out the controls and the cover here, this one, and then we move to the next step. So, to remove this, firstly pull it out gently. Then we have to remove the controls, but before that we have to remove this assembly. Slide it a bit out and off. Next step, the controls. You slide it back out in the front and gently wiggle it out so you don't lose the clip. And remove all 3 connectors gently. Afterwards, a 10 socket going here. Remove this as well. Okay, so this is the 10 screw which I was talking about. We have to remove it. Be careful, it's long, so I won't bug you with this, and then we go to the next step. Okay, so the next step is the triangle. Compliments of Octo. And you have to pull out this lever. It doesn't go by hand,
best to use a plastic wedge, but since I've done it 1,000,000 times, okay, this goes out as well. Next step, we open this, remove the X screw and this cover because we have another big X screw underneath. So we remove the cover, now we have the big screw here, remove this one, and then we're finished with everything which is attaching the door to the chassis. Afterwards you have the poppers which hold the plastic in place. I use a wedge, a plastic wedge, which I'll show later. So I took the left door off previously just to show you how the back side looks. So in general, if you have all of them still present, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the stoppers, these ones, which are securing the door to the chassis. There's two more things we have to do before we take the door off, and one of them is the puddle light or the courtesy light, which is here. Then we remove the doors, pulling them up, and inside you will have the vacuum for the locking system. So don't pull the doors beforehand off. First gently pry them out. I'll try to shoot it. Remove the vacuum and then you can remove them completely. Okay, so now we have the so-called puddle light or courtesy light. Try to use a plastic wedge. If you're doing it for the first time, I've done it so many times I'm not counting anymore. So you kind of lift it up, drag it down, and then remove the connector. It's going to be probably removing it by itself. And when installing it back, you cannot miss it because it's, you know, one is rounded here, one is square. And now we're going to remove the 8 wedges. I won't be filming that, but be careful because probably if you will force it, you will either tear the holder of the wedge, the white one. So be careful, and I'll show you what tool I use. Okay, so for the poppers, as I said, I'm going to use a plastic tool, wedge, in order not to damage either the chassis, the color, or the door itself. Be careful at this step because this is the most crucial step, being that the holders of the poppers might stay on the popper when you try to remove it, and it will unglue or tear. You can correct them, but every time you will remove the door you have to reglue them and stuff like that. Okay, so I successfully removed all of the poppers, and now you see that the door is wiggly, and you take the door off, you grab them and pull them up, and then you have to remove the hose which I was talking about. Ta-da!
Okay, so we have the doors. Originally, the screws should be like this one, all of them, but it seems that someone has already tried to fix this. Wasn't me. So we're going to unscrew all of the screws on this side, and then we're going to pull out the handle. So usually you would be using a X screwdriver. I need something else. When you will dismantle all of them, you turn the door around and pull the existing lever or hinge out. So let's do that. Okay, so we unscrewed everything, and from that point you kind of have to wiggle it out. But as I see that the old stumps, so the issue is in the past that these break and lose stability. So that's my issue now, because half of them are stayed in. So I managed to pull it towards myself, until the last one, so I'll have to push it from that side. So just try to do it in the same way. Okay, it seems we have an issue. The lower part, the compartment part, is holding this one. So what I'll do, I'll loosen up those three just to gain some wiggle space and try to pull the hinge out. If not just three, then I'll take the complete one out. So I mean this one. Okay, yeah, so that was correct. We have to loosen this one to get the furthest hole here out, because it's covering a bit here. So this is the situation. As you can see, 0, broken, broken, and broken. So now I have to just remove them out, and we go to installation of the leather part to the new hinge. So it's out. In comparison, just to show you what's the issue, this is the biggest issue. So these break, should be like this, but okay, these break, and that's, sorry, like this. So these break, and that's why you lose stability. And with that you have another metal part. Don't lose it, because you need it for the installation, and be sure to arrange it as it was. For the removal of the leather part, we have 2 screws. Simple enough. Let's do it. So an annex to the leather part, the installation, is you have many more screws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My mistake. Okay, so here we go. The old one is deinstalled. So things, this is removable. It needs to be on the hole here, and as well this one is removable, so it needs to be on the hole, because when you tighten it down with these 2 screws, they become fixed, so don't lose that. So first let's install the new one, then we're going to do the springs. Okay, so to install the hinge to the leather part, you have if you see this, it's like a tongue, it's missing, they slide in here. So what you have to do is take these 2, put them inside somehow, hold them, then slide everything in. So it will be a bit difficult because this one is quite moving. Maybe I'll just glue it. But so the general idea is, okay, let's show you what else. This one, to put them on and slide them in, and they should not then be able to lift it up, and all of the holes have to be centered. They are. So important step, don't just go up because you will be too high. You have to slide it in order to click it into place. Okay, just an update for the spring. It seems that, you know, this one is a bit different than mine. I don't know why. But in any case, I'm going to then not install the spring. So what I noticed is, for this screw, which is here and on the other side, with the new hinge mechanism, it's too short. So I had this one on stock, sorry for the dirty hands, for a plastic thread, and I installed it. So let's just get a tool for measuring. So the initial length of the screw is this, but the new one Okay, I'm measuring from the cap, but anyhow, the new one is this, and let's do it. So this is the thread itself, and the thread itself on this one is about this. So I just had these on stock from the W140 door. I think any kind of plastic screw will be okay, either with a washer or without. This is the only thing which I had on stock, so I did this like that. So screw it in until it goes. Don't over screw it, so we don't break the plastics. And we move now to the other step. Okay, this is ready. We will not be using this one because it's blocking the hinges, so this is going away. I unscrewed all the screws here because anyway we need to have space, so we push this through the door. And what I did, because when I was unscrewing this one unscrewed as well, so I put some Loctite on the thread of the upper one, so I removed everyone, put Loctite in, and now they're firmly in and it's safe to install. So let's move on. Okay, moving forward, we have the hinge, we have the metal bars, we put them together. Sometimes the holes don't fit so easy in the first go because curvature of plastics and stuff. So basically it needs to be like this. And now we'll turn it around and try to catch all of the holes like this. Don't forget, we unscrewed this one just to gain access and down. Afterwards we need to screw it back in. So let's do it. Okay, the holes are visible here. Now we need to screw 1, 2, and one of these. Check the alignment on the other side and into the car. Okay, so we've done the installation of the door hinge for the left side of the car, the door panel. Just a heads up, as I mentioned in the beginning, I will be using afterwards the video for the right side of the installation of the panel, just in order to avoid any miscommunications. It's easier for me to have just one shooting for one side. It's basically the same, it's just a mirror situation. So I am installing the right door, but principally it's the same for the left door. Sorry for that, but I hope you understand. So an important thing when doing this, you have a groove here, a hole, and on the door itself you have this needs to go inside. Be careful, do it slowly. So we are at the car, we're going to install the panel. Be sure to take care of this vacuum because it's connecting to a locking mechanism in the door itself. So firstly, you put the door up from top down, try to align the holes, and afterwards start connecting the vacuum. This, gently put it through the hole for the courtesy light, and be sure that you will take care of these so they go out the correct hole. Don't forget this one. This one goes here. So what I did a mistake. I didn't put it before. So panel off, this one in, and again. Okay, so the panel is on. I didn't yet push every popper in. So now I will go step by step.
Firstly, I will install the screw which goes in here. Then I will install the cover. Okay. So this screw is done. The cover as well. Next step, this big one and the little cover, then the lever, then the seat controls, and of course don't forget the courtesy light. Okay, so I've just connected the seat. So you push in the seat firstly, so you go first in and then push the back side to click. Afterwards we have this one going behind, locking the mechanism, triangle, and you open a beverage.